Hello, chat. Sup, Brandon? You nerd. So, this fucking guy right over here. So, the deep lore for this is a long time back. I played Disco Elysium on the Switch, and I did an electrochemistry run, which, for those not familiar with Disco Elysium, is essentially I did absolutely every single alcoholic and drug and narcotic substance I could get my hands on. And basically went on a super self-destructive run, and your partner in the game, Kim, wound up being so tired of me, he just left, and I could not emotionally recover from that, so I stopped that run. Since then, I played through it quite a couple other times doing different runs, but I've never really gone back to the electrochemistry run. So today is the day. We're going to go through that electrochemistry run. Hopefully Kim stays. But if Kim leaves, I will probably get very emotional, and we will power through it. But hopefully Kim doesn't leave. Kim's too good. He's too good for this world. But let us do this. So we're going to go create your own. Now, if I yeah, we're gonna be a straight up fucking menace. I should probably go hobo cop for this, shouldn't I? Hobo cop drug addict? This is worse than Hamilton, sir. There's French about. It's French drug addict. Real quick. Electrochemistry is in physique. So let's go ahead and bump all this down to 1. And we can take it up to a max of 6. So, bare minimum, we're going to need to at least have physique at 4 for make electrochemistry go speak more often. So, those that aren't familiar with Disco Elysium, here's essentially how it works. These are your 4 main stats. If you're familiar with RPGs, it'll be a little D&D, stuff like that. You'll be a little bit familiar to it. Now, here's the thing. Each of these stats has 6 different skills in them that are basically more or less effective based off of that. But the interesting thing with Disco Elysium is each of these skills is technically a voice in your head. It's part of your brain. So the higher the stat is, the more that voice will speak to you and interact with what's going on in the game that you're playing. And now, it's not to say the other ones won't speak up, but if you don't have anything put into them, they're more likely to be quiet. Now, it's very interesting. I've seen people do modded versions of this where you max out everything from the get-go. And it is essentially schizophrenia simulator. Everything you're doing, you have like five at least different voices telling you what to do. Okay, Zippers, this is Brandon from the Dokapon playthrough. Yeah, there it goes. I feel you, man. It's a Monday. So, if we're going to be a menace in general, I think intellect is going to be low, because clearly we're not going to be very smart about this. Psyche, how emotionally intelligent you are. How high can we get these other ones? Okay, we still got a decent amount to play with. But maybe that at 5. One, 3, 5, 3. So if we're going to be a raging, drug-using alcoholic, I think this might work. I think that feels good. Because we're going to be emotional. And, I mean, we're going to be doing so many drugs in this, so I would like to think he'd be a little bit agile. Brain is going to be completely fucking burned out, and physique, we got to do that so we can withstand all the drugs. You know what? We're going to be a little bit fun with it. Okay. Because here's another interesting thing for those not used to this game. You can fail your way through the whole game. You can fail your way through the entirety of the game. Failing will not cause you to lose all the time. It can actually kill you in a couple instances, but in a way that's not really losing the game. It's just reaching the conclusion. And sometimes failing can be even more hilarious and or interesting than succeeding. There's one near the beginning that I'm going to hope I fail on because it's fucking hilarious. But you know what? Since we're going to be a little bit more emotional due to all the drugs. Oh, wait, I can't. Let's bump down Motorix and up Psyche. I think that'll be a little bit more fun. Okay. Now, we're going to go to Electrochemistry. This is going to be our guiding voice for this adventure. Go to Party Planet. Love and be loved by drugs. Cool for high flyers, party enthusiasts, cops who need lightning. Electrochemistry is the animal within you, the beast longing to be unleashed to indulge and enjoy. It enables you to take drugs with fewer negative side effects. It also enables you to better investigate lurid matters. If you need to understand a chemical breakdown or talk to someone blasted out of their mind, or understand sexual dynamics, electrochemistry is there to guide you. At high levels, electrochemistry makes you a man of unrestrained pleasure, an unrepentant Lothario who leers at people with a bottle of speed and a plastic bendy straw in either hand. But with low electrochemistry, you'll be too innocent to be effective. Without a working knowledge of drugs and sex, the city will be difficult to understand. That's what this run's going to be all about. So that's going to be our signature skill. And we in there. Also, the narration is peak in this game. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Oh. There we go. There it is. There's the audio.
No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
It's a funny game, but it's also a very interesting and complex game. There have been people that play this and they come away with it saying, I think the game is too smart for me. Because it does kind of touch on some very complex topics. But if you like laughs and you like to think deeply on some things, this is a very fun game. So yes, it is literally the deepest part of your conscious, known as your ancient reptilian brain, speaking to you here. Oh, you'll get a decent taste of it here, Braden. It's a interesting one. So I'll just narrate my choices. Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
I'm gonna simply keep on non-existent.
Time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
This is great.
Yes, it is.
What was that about the X something?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful. A ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
No, I wanted to know about the X something.
Ex-love, ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
No, I want to get off now. I like pain and burning light and wanting things from people who don't want to give them to me.
Do you really?
I do, let me off.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion? Or did you not sense yourself marinating? Poured so much on yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first.
So there's the first example of part of your mind speaking to you. That was my inland empire. So when these things are happening, essentially the game is rolling a check to see if that part of your brain picked up on something. So let's see. Tell me, what's waiting for me?
There's this giant ball there. And evil apes. And the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're joking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about, what's that?
Dying for resources. It's just a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face. Or you lose.
That's sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean, drowned?
You lost.
So here's the thing. Your character got absolutely capital F fucked up on alcohol. This is you essentially coming out of the blackout. Take everything in. So, this is one thing I really love about this game. Notice down in the bottom left. Oh, wait a minute. My picture's covering it. 1 second. Yeah. So, down there in the bottom left, where your character picture would be, you don't even remember what you look like. So then it just puts it as that. This magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. It looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. Okay, let me grab my shoe. Item gained. Green left shoe. Oh, let me put my pants back on.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants.
Gonna fish them out.
It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Let's go ahead and get my disco ass blazer. Now, here's where things will get interesting. Let's go into the bathroom. You see bottles in the bathtub. Wine, beer, and sweet liqueurs. White satin shirt. Now, to look in the mirror.
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base, and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Really? Nothing?
Really? All recollection of the person you are, the people in your life, and even the world you're in has drowned in a sea of blood alcohol. This was no mere night of drinking. It was a deluge of world-ending proportions.
A deluge of world-ending proportion.
With all the synapses you've extinguished, it's a miracle you can even think this sentence. You've interrupted a true act of self-annulment here.
Thank you, Electrochemistry. Wipe
As
the
you
mirror.
slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
So maybe I should touch it first. Make sure there's nothing wrong with my face.
Yeah, there is definitely something wrong with it.
What's wrong?
Where to even begin? There is the bloatedness, then the swollenness. It's like there's an upholstery of alcohol underneath your skin.
I'm sorry. Touch your
Bet
nose.
you are. Your nose feels like a small balloon in the middle of your face. It hurts when you honk it. It doesn't appear to be a particularly tiny nose either. Not with all the drinks it's absorbed for you.
At least my tongue is okay.
It's not. It's swollen and snail-like, wriggling between your fingers.
All right. So you probably have seen this picture in memes, but we're gonna wipe the mirror, and you get a look at your character gets a look at his face after basically completely fucking up his memory from just being that fucking drunk and hungover.
Behold,
The expression.
you have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
Okay, I'm gonna try to stop making the face.
Oh my god. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I think it's supposed to look suggestive. I'm afraid it's meant for the ladies.
Please promise yourself you are not going to try it on any of the ladies, whatever happens.
I promise, but I'm lying about it.
You liar. You can't even tell the truth to yourself. Go ahead. Try something.
So, here's the thing with skill checks in this game. White checks, you can do them as many times as you want, sorta. Well, you can do them, and then if you fail, you can't do it again until you level up that skill or rank up that stat or something at some point. Then it will re-unlock that try. If it is a red check, you have one try, and that's it. So, just for fun, let's try to forcibly stop it with electrochemistry.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Okay, let's dig deep into my mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Oh, we're going to let that be for now. And now, your character's portrait is updated. And you look fucking terrible.
This fan has two chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
So, hilarious bit of information. The horrific necktie that's on the ceiling fan, when you get it and equipped it, it's its own character. The necktie has its own voice, and it will speak often. And it's kind of hilarious.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now.
This is what you might appreciate. It's also very Scottish, but not your typical, like, Scottish. It's kind of more like a manic, crazed Scottish.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning, the necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colorful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose.
We are not going to turn on the light because you are incredibly hungover, and that'll actually cause you... I think it actually causes you physical, like, damage.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in. The morning light hurts your eyes. It's hazy, but you see the ocean and some war-torn buildings.
Probably going to fail this, but let's try some visual calculus.
The shards
Oh!
outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Did I break it with my own hands?
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
I'm glad, Zippers. It's a very interesting game that has a lot of style going for it. But it is kind of like one of those ones, it's a hard recommend for people because, you know, it's so different that it's a difficult recommend. I'm going to assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The single green shoe you found fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
But I've like played through this thing to completion 4 other times. Every run has been so wildly different. Because I succeeded in some places that I failed previously. I had a different driving voice in my head. So I was getting different information every time I went to places I went to previously. It's honestly stunning how well they did this. And there is a lot of dialogue and voice acting in this game.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. Now you only have one. If you're lucky, you could still find the other one on the balcony outside. The door to it should be outside your room.
I should go and get that
Cold
shoe.
wind gushes in. Your toes curl up from the cold.
So we're going to go fetch my other shoe. And prepare yourself, because there's a thing here that comes up when you get your shoes for the first time. That's honestly a little, it's a little sad in context. Smell of the sea makes you dizzy. A gust of briny wind brushes over you. Okay, let's get my other shoe. Now here's my character's thoughts
There
on
they
it.
both are. Two identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
See, that's a little bit sad right there. Your character literally thinks that right now the only good thing about him is that his shoes fit. That is how you know how fucking terrible he feels right now.
Hello, officer.
The calendar says it's March. The year is 51. Now, time to speak to our first other person in the game.
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips.
Officer. Am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
Then why did you call me officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
You're shitting
I'm
me.
not. Unless you've been shitting us all this time.
All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
And what business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Why don't I remember being a cop or anything else?
Could it be because of the drinking?
Yeah, that's probably it. But who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the
Don't be
law?
so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
I'm gonna let it go. I'm not gonna say anything.
Retreat is not a winning tactic.
Authority. I don't have much authority in this run through, man. Okay. Now, prepare yourself, because if this fails, this is honestly one of the more hilarious failures. But we are going to attempt the expression on her.
The words have already left your mouth.
I want to have fuck with you.
What was that? That's not even how words are used. What did you say? Come on. Say it again.
I said I wanted to have sex with you.
No. You see, that's not what you said. You said... Come on, man. Pretty, please. One more time.
I said I want to have fuck with you.
Goddamn right you did. You crazy asshole, you. What kind of cop are you?
I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. You're pretty. I'm sorry. I'm the sorry cop. See it as we're going to be highly self-destructive this run. We're going to start saying I'm the cop of the apocalypse.
Has the time come already?
Yes, we are mere minutes away from the total collapse of reality.
Mere minutes. I should go and prepare then. Thank you. This has been delightful. I hope it does all come crashing down. Otherwise, it's gonna suck for you later when you have to interrogate me.
Was that a threat?
And for the record, no, I didn't do it.
Well then. It looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. It's still smoking. This is a weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe Le Monde. There we go.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
The what now?
The living shit. Your mesolimbic reward pathway does not mince words. It once smokes.
Am I a smoker?
Who knows what you are? A monster, a murderer, the gnome of Jeroma? You feel like a smoker. Especially when you look at that juicy, succulent, seductive cigarette stub, still smoldering deliciously.
But she broke it at the filter. I can't smoke that.
How very astute of you. This renders it ineffectual. You should look for a whole cigarette, or better yet, an entire pack. Strike that. A carton. Make sure they're all healthy and able-bodied. Then smoke them all.
Welcome to Electrochemistry being your lead-in voice.
The idea seems to make your neck expand. Suddenly, the garish tie feels very snug.
Or you could not do that. No one is making you.
I should not do that.
Good. They'll make you stronger and better. You're too old to be cool now. But find cigarettes, smoke them, blam. Instantly a cool renegade man. A mystical red dragon with smoke rising from his nostrils. Plus, smoking them gives massive bonuses.
There's Kim, your wonderful partner, who's entirely way too patient. But we'll talk to him in a minute. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to radio. The music is seasoned with
You
static.
should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
My soul is immense.
Utterly. And it needs to be heard through a PA system by other people. Whether they like it or not. Ram it up their ears, says your adrenaline gland. Violently express yourself.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it. Don't worry.
Lamentation sounds good. They'll really get a gauge on my soul with that.
Serves them right. Wipe that smirk off their face with your sad, tragic song. Who's laughing now? No one. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
This feels right. You belong here.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Stop. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
You look like a bartender.
That period of my life is over. Not everyone who stands behind a counter is a bartender, okay? I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the
I
difference?
have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did this Sylvie go?
She just, you know.
There's something there, and it's not good. That's all you know for now.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
So, not only am I a cop, but I'm also a hero.
Yes, you are. A real decorated hero.
What did I do?
What did you not do? First you took the body down, then you solved the murder, then you didn't trash my hostel room. Maybe you even negotiated the strike.
I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all this time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
Oh, look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it. Most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter.
What happened to the bird?
Look, your buddy is over there. Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Ignored. This is a water core. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Nose are fed. The Royal Pinball machine is unplugged. We're gonna talk to Kim first.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
Shake his hand.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
Oh no. So I think what I failed is I wind up making like a super extravagant, terrible sounding name.
Concentration.
Oh, I
Squint
succeeded.
your eyes. Your
28%,
name
that was
should be
good.
Gold and orange, like a forest fire looming on the horizon, but mixed with the stench of liquor rising from your breath. You're 2 steps closer to it, but there are still many to go.
So you only roll 6-siders on these dice checks, basically. It was a check of 11, and I got exactly 11. And a skill of only 2, so it was adding 2 to the roll. Wow. That's surprising. It is not yet time.
Okay then. It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him? Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I have it.
Okay. We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Look, man, yeah.
Does that mean the body is no longer in the tree?
No.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time you detect a weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious he would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What a shame. Get to it now. Rip that body down from the tree.
But I can't remember anything,
I
Kim.
can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
A painkiller would be good about now. This thing is pulsating with discomfort. The best cure for a headache is, of course, morphine. They won't have that, so cigarettes will have to do.
Thanks, Electrochemistry. Let's get going.
Officer,
If you're about to embark on an investigation, shouldn't you have a badge?
Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something?
you mean you don't have a badge?
It wasn't on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you to try to locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence.
A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Let's talk to this asleep man. A man is sleeping at the table wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo of a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does.
Just gonna steal that man's headache medicine.
That sugary black rum stain on the counter makes you teary-eyed with joy. It's almost touching how syrupy and sticky it is. How long have you been up already?
2 hours?
An hour would have been bad. 2 hours is mystical. You have truly wiped out all trace of yourself if you haven't thought about rum and lemonade yet.
I've been secretly thinking about it all this time.
There he is, the old boy, the devil. You rascal, you. Let's celebrate right now by licking that stain off the counter. Do it. It'll be wild.
Prep yourself, chat. It's about to get pathetic in here.
Calmly, the lieutenant looks out of the window, then to you, licking the tasty rum stain off the counter, then out of the window again.
What are you doing?
I'm an alcoholic. I needed to get my hit.
We should move.
A real drink would go well with those cigarettes you're looking for. That's a great combination.
So, I just licked a rum stain off of a counter. And Kim proceeded to look at me do so. And I responded with, "Look, man, I needed it." And he just completely ignored it and continued carrying on. He's not going to talk about it.
Hello, sweetie.
Lena, the cryptozoologist wife.
Wait, who's Sweetie?
Who's Sweetie?
Why, you are, officer.
Maybe I am.
Have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I had once winked twice, but then I lost her.
What was with that fucking wink?
Holy shit, reaction speed.
Seemed neurological. Central nervous system's really banged up.
Stop winking. Tap yourself on the side of the head to correct the malfunction.
I see you are still grieving. Well, I won't pry. You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained. I completely forgot to introduce myself.
I was not expecting to wink twice and have reaction speed just immediately be like, what the fuck was that fucking wink, man?
I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
You seem to be in a chair.
Yes, dear. I'm a paraplegic.
Could I become a paraplegic?
I hope not. Although the work you are doing for all of us is quite dangerous.
Towering over her in your insignia, you make her feel safe.
Nod grimly. Someone
Not
has to
you.
do it.
You're volunteering. So thank you, sweetie.
So you volunteered sometime in the past for the beatdown and hell of bullets? So very you.
That's quite all right. I'm used to people asking questions. I know they're thinking about it anyway.
There is no bitterness in her voice. She accepted the curiosity her condition inspires a long time ago.
How'd you like to roll with me?
Whatever do you mean?
Roll us some cigarettes. I'm Johnson for a smoke.
Oh, no, no, no. I haven't smoked in years.
Why not? It's great.
Cigarettes are a luxury, sweetie. Besides, I have to mind my health.
Wait, maybe she knows where you can get cigarettes. Delicious, toasty cigarettes stuffed to the tip with love. You should find out. You would do well to follow her example. Smoking is the reason you feel like a rag. It's painful for you to even ask these questions.
I thought you were cool with your wheels and
An
all.
old woman in a wheelchair just doesn't look good holding a cigarette. Though I'm sure it lends you a roguish charm, sweetie.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
I drank so hard, I forgot literally everything.
Oh my. You know where we are, right?
The Whirlin' and Rags cafeteria. It was on my keys.
That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located?
In hell. We're all in hell.
We're in the city of Revachol, dear.
Okay.
Yes, and Revachol?
Honestly, I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place
How
is
would I
this?
even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes?
It's the spring of 51.
That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. Outside, the melting snow seeps into the cracks in the walls and the cobblestone streets, all the way down into the sewers. Above ground, the first maybells blossom. You can feel it, a great cold. Then the shiver passes.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government?
Some kind of democracy, maybe. I'd like to think it's the dictatorship of the proletariat, but something tells me it's not. Our leaders are fierce warriors who traverse the plains on steeds. Civilizations cower before us. We are governed by intelligent machines that perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary. Radios are being used to control people's minds and distort our perception of reality, concealing our true masters, foreigners and women. Cop. We are living under the cop regime. We're governed by intelligent machines and perform calculations to determine the freest market. Everyone hustles and grinds like a badass visionary.
Oh, no. Nothing like that, dear. Revachol is a zone of control led by an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have almost no government of our own. Certainly no machines.
I don't even know what to say. I'm so disappointed.
It is quite disappointing, yes. A lot of people would like some form of representation. There's talk, but for now, the RCM is all we've got.
If there's no government, how come there are cops?
Oh dear, this is troubling. You really ought to know that, being one yourself. There aren't any cops in Revachol. not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone.
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
So how did I do?
You didn't do too well, dear. You really only knew what year it is. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Reality, in a word. It's very odd.
So much drain damage. All of the drain damage.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook.
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much.
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
What is the revolution you mentioned?
A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. This was 42 years ago.
But I'm a cop. Whatever it was hasn't stopped me.
Of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better.
I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. What do I know of these things? And how can I help you?
Who could tell me more?
Someone more educated in sweeping matters. Maybe you should ask.
No, I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Of course, dear. Good luck with your case.
Alright. Let's talk to guard again.
The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Yes.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41.
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. What is gold and orange like a forest fire but smells like liquor?
Are you kidding me?
No, man, help me out. What is gold and orange that smells like liquor?
It's you. It's obviously you. You smell like liquor. And you're orange.
See? Everyone agrees it's your color scheme. We're on the right track with this name thing.
Is this what you get when you call the police now? We've been waiting for a week here.
Sir, I understand your concern, but we are here to do a job. And for us to do it, I need you to stay calm.
Yes, of course.
For a moment, the cafeteria manager fidgets under the lieutenant's gaze. Then he gives in.
I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene, but it also took you a while to call us. It was you who placed the call, correct?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What, of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but As I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here. And I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective, I
Yeah.
have everything. You?
Oh, you mean do I have questions?
Yes, yes. He means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
Where exactly is the body?
Behind this building, there's a courtyard. They hoisted him up on a tree there.
And how do we get there?
That's easy. See that door there? First you exit through that. Then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence. A really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole is big enough for the Franco-Nigerian cavalry to fit through.
Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice.
Who killed him?
I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job.
Did you kill him?
Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him.
Suddenly you tense up. Blood is being pushed to your muscles. You should hound him on this. Hound him hard. The prey drive says.
Did you kill him, Gart?
No, I didn't.
You can tell me, Gart. You killed him, right?
I didn't. I don't appreciate this. What is this?
Why did you have to kill him?
Do I have to answer him? Is this mandatory?
The lieutenant stands motionless. His expression unreadable.
Did he hurt you? Is that why? Did you get some kind of sick kick out of killing him?
What are you, an idiot? I told you I haven't killed anyone.
Anyone? Have you killed someone else then?
He ignores you. More. Press on. Push through.
Did you kill Sylvie?
Fuck you, man.
That's enough.
A very silent wave comes from the lieutenant, like the distant echo of a drum roll. It's approval.
You have not entirely convinced me.
That's a real pity.
Why did Sylvie go away?
She went away because none of your business.
This is the second time you've avoided the subject.
Oh my god, what is your obsession with this Sylvie person? Get over it.
Maybe it's he who's obsessed with this Sylvie person. Certainly sounds like it.
They do that a
She went
different way.
away because extra fine.
It's
Not
not-
gonna.
Not so fast. You owe me 130 real.
No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination. But
Let's bail! Time to push the eject button! Sounds like a responsibility! You don't like those!
There you go. There's the horrific necktie. Now, this is really funny either way. But you know what I'm going to do in response to him saying I owe him money? I'm going to run away. I succeeded. Another
as you blow
28%
this
succeeded.
joint, behind you, a whiny voice shouts.
Real mature, man. Real mature.
I ran away. I'm gonna let that guy sleep. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. Real quick, I need to check something in the options. Almost forgot to check for that. There are bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag.
All around you, rain falls on the great city of Revachol. Rain drips from the eaves and floods the gutters, washing the filth away. The spring thaw must be here. The snow is melting.
What am I doing?
Looking up at the sky, cold water dripping from your hair.
What do I see?
Grey sky like great battleships, clouds colliding with one another. Rain falls down on the world. Your shirt sticks to your chest. The shoulders of your disco blazer grow heavy. The cold finds its way in under your skin. You shiver, and the city shivers with you.
What is in the west?
Sheets of rain over the water, a flight of stairs leading into the ocean. Wave after wave washing the coast of Martinaise, with its motorboats and gently swaying reeds. The ruins of a half-sunken sea fort crumble on an inlet beyond the Bay of Revachol. Ghosts rise into the sky.
Who are you, ghosts?
The skyscrapers of La Delta, the financial district. Faint golden light seeps from the office windows. Will you ever go there?
Will I?
No, you are just one of the hundreds of thousands who watch them rise across the bay from Martinaise every day.
What is down the shore?
Urban coastline, rain dripping off Eternite-covered roofs. Cinder blocks left over from half-finished construction. A defunct research and development building, once seized by revolutionaries. An old wooden church stands on stilts above the water.
And beyond that?
Coal City, end of all lines.
Run your fingers through your dampened hair.
Your hair is an oily mess flecked with ash from neighboring coal plants. Smokestacks rise somewhere in the distance.
What is in the east?
The great gates of the industrial harbor are locked. A chill runs down your back. You shudder like an animal trying to shake water from its hide.
Shake shoulders again.
You shudder, looking down at your feet. Dirty rainwater runs veins into the plaza's snow. Two green snakeskin shoes stand at attention on the mosaic paving of the plaza.
What is in the north?
Capeside apartments. Tower blocks crowd one another. 4.46mm bullets still lodged in their war-torn stone walls. Hallways collapse from the mortar hits of a war that was lost long ago. Clotheslines go to waste in the rain. Radios play.
And closer to here?
A yard. Rain falls onto the roof of a woodshed. Coal leaks into a puddle beneath a dead man's feet. He swings from a tree, bloated. Droplets of rain slip from his cold cheeks.
What is in the south?
A traffic jam. Rain thrumming on the roofs of motor vehicles. Inside, drivers watch water streaming down their windshields. The statue of a king shudders. He too is cold. The canal bridge has been raised.
And what's on the other side?
The road ascends. A raised motorway loops above the ghetto. Beneath its concrete columns, a sea of rooftops, woodwork, and tar stretches northward. 4-story buildings as far as the rain can fall. The snows melt in Jamrock.
What is Jamrock?
Revachol is the capital of the world. Jamrock is the capital of Revachol. Droplets form on your eyelashes. It's home.
Where the hood, where the hood, where the hood at?
Have a brother in the cut. Where the hood at?
Oh shit! Why am I not there?
To be in Martinaise, where no one goes, at the runoff point of a long-forgotten canal, in the whitest part of town, in the shadow of the day the revolution fell.
What am I doing here?
Standing in the rain, looking north, where Jamrock Rock City stretches inland.
Shutter, look further.
In the rain-swept distance, above the rooftops of Jamrock, a repurposed silk mill stands perched above the motorway exit. Precinct 41 hunches in the rain. Satellite officer Jean Vichmer rushes down the precinct stairs, umbrella in hand. It's unopened. He doesn't seem pleased about the spring rain. On the bridge, officers Torsen and McLean are standing guard. Torsen wears jeans and a fishnet wife-beater. Satellite officer Vichmer passes by, and the young man remarks to him.
Fishnet wife beater. What the heck? Is he some sort of rave guy?
Where's your homo, homie?
Well, okay.
What?
It's not like that. They're what is called heterosexual life partners. They have a battle-tested relationship. A brother bond, if you will.
Huh? Yeah.
Hetero-sexual life partners.
Funny apery. Male-centric workplace humor. Have you seen him?
Is there something wrong?
No, nothing. It's just... She did went to his place and found the Monday mail unopened. I think he's still there. You didn't drink with him over the weekend, did you?
That would be irresponsible.
With that animal? Never again, man. What is he, still down there? In, south of the interchange? What was it?
In Martinez. He's in Martinez.
Your vision blurs. You wipe your face with your hand. The rain stings your eyes, making you look up and blink.
What's above?
Coalition aerostatics hang like apparitions under the cloud cover. Way up there, where rain forms, rotors flutter silently. Your sight clears.
And what's below?
Collapsed storm drains, old sewage systems flooded with rainwater. Hidden weapon caches from the Revolution, doors leading down to Le Royaume, the catacombs to which, for 3 centuries, they delivered the blue-blooded dead.
Motherfucker.
This rain will not let up anytime soon. You should get a raincoat. There's a freight to the east. They sell them there.
So, smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. A human being decomposes. Prepare yourself for one of the shittest of shit kids ever.
Kuno's got this.
Oh yeah, nappa comfy, Kuno.
Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
Love it in the dick.
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like 2 black holes and his jaw is twitching as if trying to break free from the empire of his body.
Stop using slurs at my crime scene. That's not how we do it.
Can't talk, pig. Shit's coming up strong. Throwing rocks.
Shit coming up strong. That sounds good. Joyous. You should hang out with this kid and see what that juicy shit is all about.
Juicy what now?
I mean drugs. The kid's on drugs.
Yeah, Kuno. Ride the lightning, Kuno.
Kuno's riding at sea.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener.
Goddamn right he's not a gardener. He's an athlete. Every rock connects. making the battered corpse look just a little bit worse for wear.
Kid, you want to hang out? I'm not a narc.
Fuck no! Kuno doesn't buy that shit. Fucking entrapment shit.
You kid siblings?
The fuck are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Kid, what should we do?
We shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
What
You
forces?
will see.
You had a good head.
You wanna fuck Kuno now?
No.
That's it. That's all you've got. No. Got your ass handed to you by the Kuno. Who's the man now, huh? Kuno's the man. You wouldn't believe the pussy Kuno tears up.
What was that, Kuno?
Nothing, see, nothing. Just slicing some bacon.
The fuck just happened? Look, I have questions for you.
Alright, entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body, what do you know about it?
Shitload pig. What's your question?
Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno.
Kim, help me out here. What do we
If
want
I
to know?
were to want to waste my time, which I do not, I would ask them who he is, how he got there, and the usual.
Do you know who he was?
Kuno's fuck imp. Kuno uses the fuck imp for target practice.
End of conversation. Very strong. You should be this stoic.
This kid is the absolute shittest of shit kids. And his friend over the fence, she is like depressingly unhinged. Do you know how the body got up there?
Probably climbed. Kuno was busy down the road when that shit went down.
So you didn't see it happening.
You heard Kuno. Kuno wasn't even in Martinez. Kuno wasn't in Revachol. Kuno wasn't regional.
Okay, where were you
I
then?
don't know. Some fucking Mesco or I don't know. Some other place. Night City. Kuno was in fucking Night City.
And where is Night City?
Kuno gives this info out on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. Kuno didn't smoke the gimp, if that's what you meant.
Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
Okay, more on this later. Right now, let's talk
Not
about something else.
testing Kuno's patience, yeah.
Get lost.
About the crime scene. You kids often play at this yard?
Right, pig. This is where Kuno plays with his little wooden choo-choo. What do you want with it?
Might have questions
Yeah,
later.
whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Okay, I gotta ask. Who is Kuno?
Kuno's Kuno, pig?
Kuno. Primal. Violent.
Kuno. Sounds like something you'd call a rabid dog.
Yeah? Think about it. Think about that rabid Kuno shit.
He seems glad someone understood what he was going for. But right as he's getting distracted, you hear a malevolent hiss from behind the fence.
Watch out, Kuno. He's trying to fiddle you. He's gonna put his hands on you. Help! Pig's got Kuno. Help! Ray!
Help! He's got the Kuno, help!
Just answer the questions, man.
Help! He's sticking his dick out!
Escalate, Kuno. His dick is out. You're afraid.
Pigs in air, Kuno! Somebody, please!
Look at his shit-eating grin. He knows there's nothing you can do to him. He's bullying you, and you are helpless. Kill him. Kill him now. He won't see death coming.
Holy shit, Half-Light. We're gonna go for it. I failed.
You didn't shut him down. Your fat fist didn't meet its target. Instead, it pulled you down with it.
Could have said nothing.
Pig's trying not to cry. Kuno can't believe this shit. Can no one stop the Kuno? Pig, Kuno thought you had this. What happened? Kuno can't do anything now.
His charade was about to establish its dominance over you.
Fucked your shoulder, fucked your knee, fucked your fat body up.
Yeah, I deserve this.
Yeah, you deserve this. Trying to show your dick to Kuno. Kuno was scared.
Yeah, laugh it off. Let's just get back to it.
Kuno beat the shit out of the popo. Beat your fucking knee off.
I told you not to tempt such forces. Now, how about we go and do something worth...
Okay. Done made myself look like a fool in front of them. Things were going so well for me too.
What can I help you with?
You sound surprised.
We don't see a lot of police around here. That's all.
I have some questions for you.
Of course. What can I help you with?
What is this fuck the police business?
Excuse me?
She's uncomfortable. Maybe you should drop this line of questioning.
The street sign says fuck the police.
Oh. Well, I didn't write it there. I'm just sitting here.
It's alright, I didn't mean to startle you. Who are you exactly?
Me? I am just a gardener.
Cool. Well, what are you doing
I
here?
am working.
Working on
I
what?
have a greenhouse in the yard there. I've been trying to get some work done.
There's discomfort. She stops mid-sentence.
But...
Well, as you probably know, there's a corpse hanging from a tree there. It smells pretty bad, so I have to take breaks.
Don't worry, miss. We are here to clean it up. You can get to work soon.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. My head is about to explode from all the salts I've had to inhale. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Well, worth it. Can I borrow your gloves?
Sure. Keep them. I have another pair.
Really? None. Maybe just a tiny bit of annoyance.
Thank you. Well, as if things could get any worse for me, let's go ahead and go with the radio.
Stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet.
Let's open
In
the
cabin,
door.
you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
Let's tap on the fuel preheater
As you
gauge.
tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector, indicating the engine is warm. Next to the gauge is a red switch labeled heat.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive my MC.
Okay, let's get on the radio.
The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye. And then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on.
Coming in Delta 10, this is Firewalker, copy.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Could you connect me to the 41st Precinct? I have something to report.
Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5. This is 41st. Come in. Over.
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antennas. The radio switchboard.
Hi, this is me here. I work at your station.
10-4, what's your status? Over.
My status? I,
10-18, 10-20, over.
Please just talk human to me. These numbers mean nothing to me.
Take your message, sir. Over.
I need to report my badge missing.
10-9, repeat message. Over.
My badge. I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone.
10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the headmaster's office in school.
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to report it.
He what? He lost his badge?
Say nothing.
Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge.
Thanks, Encyclopedia.
Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ha ha, officer's lost his badge. Ha ha, like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his
He
badge.
says this has probably happened to other policemen before him and laughs sarcastically.
Oh goddamn it. Is he fucking kidding? The whole station's gonna be dicked for this.
Satellite Officer Vikmar is wondering if you might be joking and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over.
Mullen dicked us.
Come on, operator, tell them to stop. This is
He's
serious.
asking you to stop. Says this is serious.
Of course it's serious. He lost his fucking badge.
Satellite Officer Vikmar concurs. Losing your badge is serious. Over.
Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it.
I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Dick Mullen lost his badge.
What's going on?
Super Cop here lost his badge.
He lost his what now?
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
Could you all please stop saying lost his badge for a moment?
He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge.
Why? Did he find it?
Sergeant Person was wondering if you found your badge yet. Over.
They are roasting me so hard.
You don't have a comeback. Sorry. It's hard to think like this.
Gonna say nothing.
He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it.
Enough of this. I have other things to
Nine,
discuss.
come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for Captain Sober.
Ask him. Ask him if he's lost his gun, too.
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you?
I don't have my gun!
No. It's gone. It's not fucking on you.
Don't sweat it, Bratan. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not all over.
Thank you, horrific necktie.
10-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Well, this is probably gonna fail, but let's try it anyways.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled in your brain.
No, of course I didn't lose my fun gun. Fuck it, I didn't lose my gun.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his fun, whatever that means.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just the gun will do.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description of your weapon. Over.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
For starters, it's massive. Got flared coolant vents along the front and hydrogen flasks sticking out too.
Come again, please. Over.
I've got a magnetic accelerator, an arc that accelerates the energized ball of periwinkle blue hydrogen-based plasma near light speed.
I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over.
In contact, it detonates with the power of a dying star, erasing every living thing from existence. Oh, did I mention it's dripping with sexy blue plasma?
The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over.
Host in heaven. Did he lose his gun and his mind?
Maybe.
Dear God, he lost his gun? Oh my, I can't.
This isn't really a laughing matter.
Mac can face a giant of Coco Nur by himself. But Disco here made him piss his pants.
Oh, I can't. Fuck. He lost his... Ask him if he still got his wiener.
I'm not going to.
Ask him.
Sergeant Orson here is wondering if you are still in possession of your genitalia. Over.
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
I left it at his mama's after I fucked her ass all night. Tell him that.
That's a negative. Not going to say that. Over.
What's he saying? Share with the class.
He said he sodomized your mother.
The prick ate Mama's vanilla waffles at the captain's birthday party. Some nerve he's got.
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Shut up, Chester. This isn't funny. This is my mom we're talking about. Tell him to apologize right now.
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over.
Hey, if you don't like the fallout, maybe don't fuck with the firewalker.
He says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the first place.
Who?
Satellite Officer V.
Firewalker.
I'm afraid he might be referring to himself as Firewater, sir.
Firewater? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn badge and gun. That's the only thing that matters.
Satellite officer
I heard it, but I'm on it.
10-4, affirmative. Officer is in pursuit of his firearm.
Oh, God,
Officer, do you need further assistance? Over.
That's all for now.
Over that. 10-10. Over and out.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier. Around a dozen cops.
They cooked my ass. They cooked me hard.
The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance.
Yeah, Mullen was fucked, alright. Sounded fucking drunk to me.
Yeah, Mac's right. That was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us, goddamn this.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning and get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man.
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. You wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his words. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain, or anyone else. We'll give him a couple of days to pull his shit together.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs. Now get back to work.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools, like some men are.
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work? The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Cold and heavy. Like truth. You feel like you're reunited with truth once more. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue, blue. Lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. Preheater gauge casts a warm glow on the steering levers and the radio on its hook. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar in your palm.
Well, now that I've embarrassed myself in front of the two shit kids and my entire police precinct, how much worse could it get?
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still.
Why am I looking at you, trash container? You're just a trash container.
The body is downwind from here. Maybe you prefer the smell of garbage to the smell of death.
Lieutenant, what do you think could be in there?
Trash, food waste from the cafeteria. They lock these containers to keep the derelicts from flocking in. Could be evidence too.
Then we should open it immediately. How do we get the lock
We could
open?
try using a pry bar, the one you took from my motor carriage, or...
Did someone say pry bar?
Fuck yeah, pry
Pry
bar.
bar, pry bar. Your palms yearn its cold touch, to grasp it once more, as you've done so many times.
Or
Or
Lieutenant?
we could ask for a key from the manager of the Whirling in Rags. He probably has one.
Ask the manager? Bullshit. Go straight for the pry bar and pry this baby wide open.
Alright.
This trash container is locked. The sliding lid.
Yeah, that is a low chance.
Whirling in Rags.
I think 28% has worked out well for me so far.
You stick the pry bar into the fissure beneath the lid and push down. Much force. With a satisfying
28% is the magic number.
The metal gives way. You can open the lid now. Don't. Maybe you shouldn't.
Didn't I just have a... Didn't I just have a premonition that there's something in there?
There is, but you won't like it. Sweat forms on your brow. Your hand is still on the lid.
Open the lid.
The smell of rotten food rises to greet you. You see soggy cartons, dirty rags, and organic waste.
We're just in time. This hasn't been emptied for over a week.
Let's see. Let's look under the boxes of cartons.
You see milk and egg rest with one broken egg in it. Some pasta wrapper. Picking up the soggy packages somehow feels familiar. A box falls into pieces in your hands. Batiste Soleil cereal. There are plastic pasta packages below. And turbo noodles. Nothing of note, however.
Pick at the rags.
Among the threadbare kitchen towels, something catches your eye. A pair of denim trousers.
Grab them.
As the legs of the slime-covered jeans begin to unspool from the garbage, a rank corpse smell fills the air.
The victim's clothes? Cadaverine odor is faint. If these belong to the deceased, they were removed when he was still in the early stages of decay. Drop them in here, officer. Guitar marked blue jeans. Pockets empty or emptied. He wore them with a belt, too. A white belt. The loops appear stretched, but the belt is missing. That's it. Do you see anything else in there? I have another bag here.
Something slimy catches your eye.
Reach for it.
A drab, long-sleeved shirt, olive-colored, appears from the food waste, dripping with pus.
This is a military-type overgarment. No label or serial number. This is the kind of rib-knit shirt that's worn over light armor to conceal it in an urban scenario. Anything more?
The rest of the rags are just kitchen variety waste. A yellow old mug that catches your eye. But other than that...
A thrown out towel, a mug, that's all.
Alright, we should go to Gart again and ask if he knows who put the clothes in the trash. It could be as simple as someone from the hostel cleaning the yard. Or that one. I'd advise against confronting that force.
Think someone from the Whirlwind might have been involved,
Not really.
maybe?
All we know is the victim's clothes are in the trash. The lid was locked, and his establishment had the key. It's just a small loose thread.
Okay.
The lieutenant nods, then looks back into the trash container.
Let's search the food waste.
It's just organic waste, cold and slimy on your hands. Apple and potato peels, mostly. Unidentified sludge, and the occasional chicken bone thrown in for good measure. But hey, nothing. It's nothing. Nothing more to see here. What's this?
What?
A blue piece of plastic sticks out from the apple peels. It's shiny. Looks like the corner of something. Something larger. A clipboard. A blue plastic clipboard with moist papers hanging from it. They look badly damaged, but you can still make out forms and notes, written in a man's handwriting.
Officer, is that your paperwork?
I don't know what this is.
It is. Look, the plastic has the RCM street grid on it. You've even got an autopsy form in there. If you don't mind me asking, how did this get in the trash?
Think I didn't want to be a cop anymore. It must have been cramping my style.
Officer, this is an official piece of paperwork. It probably contains notes on numerous ongoing investigations, and could even list undercover operatives, informants. I suggest integrating it into your style, for all our sakes.
Must say
It will
nothing.
also not hurt to start taking notes on the case. Anyway, where were we?
The container
I'll close
sounds
the
a
lid.
muffled gong.
That's one thing off the list. I think we got it all.
What's in that?
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite.
Why am I looking at this pile of roofing material?
Because it's nice and orderly. Well-laid pallets. Easy on the eyes.
We gotta level up. Let's go ahead. Nah.
No. There's more to this. You get this strange feeling.
What
Hard
feeling?
to say. It's gone now. Feelings pass, you see. Especially the small ones. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing material slanted against an old ship.
Someone is trying to grow herbs in this greenhouse. Let's look at
There are
the
several
tracks here.
footprints in the mud, left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here.
What kind of boots?
Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard.
17%. Probably gonna fail it, but at least it's a white check, so I can do it again if I need to.
What do you think you are? A super detective? You're hungover. These are just dents in the mud. No pattern emerges for the time being.
Well, probably not gonna go, oh, well, let me just talk to the kid over the fence.
Kuno, the pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think.
Gonna take one step closer.
Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
She means it. The fear is real.
I just want to ask you some questions.
Going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
Child, converse with me. What are those strange words you use, girl?
I come from the woods, good David. You don't want to go there with me. You don't want to see what I've seen.
Don't be traumatizing here. Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, well, I guess I don't get to figure anything else out there.
Looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen and ready to burst. His lips are fish-like and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath.
Look down.
A cargo belt twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in, even through your clenched nostrils.
God, what is that? Why is it so bad?
Active decay. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging.
He's about to blow. Cop's gonna blow, Kuno.
So, if anybody is eating right now, I suggest you, for those with weaker stomachs, I suggest you, take a pause real quick, because if I fail this, I proceed to then throw up, and I gotta admit, it's a pretty visceral sounding throw up noise.
The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind.
So here it comes, but I will say, credit to the sound team for this game, for this one, because this is a pretty visceral sounded one.
Too late. It's impossible to keep in. Your body curls and pushes it out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid.
Fucking corpse.
Keep it. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia to clear your head.
Think ammonia would help?
If you can handle the headache. Some officers use it to deal with cadaverine odor.
But not you?
I can't handle the headache.
It's more likely he can handle the smell, unlike you.
Yeah. Pretty intense sound and throw up. Where do we get ammonia
The young
from?
woman, the gardener, mentioned she used salts for the smell. If she doesn't have any, there might be some in the fridge store nearby.
Hello again, officer. How are things?
Do you still have your salts? I think I could use
Sure.
some.
I'm done with them. Go easy on that stuff. It gave me a terrible headache.
Well. Let's try this again.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely
Well, it's the magic number of 28% again.
smell. Emitting it is all it does now. The ammonia only makes it worse.
Nope.
The combination forces tears out of your ducts. You manage to keep it in once. The second time, not so much. When the vomiting is done, your cheeks are wet with tears.
The ammonia didn't help at all.
Nor does the wind right now.
The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat.
I've seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You are facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder.
What is happening to you? Are you going to cry now, son? You heard the coach. This is weakness. It cannot go on much longer, or you will lose.
Why can't I keep it in if I've been a cop my whole life?
I've seen captains puke their guts out. It never gets easier. You never get used to the smell. Every Monday is cadaver day. Throw up, investigate. Throw up, initial autopsy. Throw up, bag it. Then drive to the station. Maybe throw up on the way there if you didn't bag the thing tight enough.
Yeah, like I said though, kudos to their sound team because they went hard on it. You seem to be fine.
I think I've lost my sense of smell. Not being hungover helps too.
Give you a moment. I got this.
An appropriate attitude. You need to get your shit together.
Say nothing, just nod.
We should go talk to the locals. Find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Give it half an hour. Get yourself together. Then come back and have another go.
So, here's the next part of this game that I find really interesting. Is your thought cabinet. So, these are thoughts, ideas, and concepts that you can spend a certain amount of in-game time to internalize it. And in a way, these are kind of like their own equips, but once you equip a thought, you have to spend a skill point to forget about it, basically. And some of they all have bonuses, and some have negatives that go along with the bonus. But like this one, hilariously, is called the volumetric shit compressor. Problem: your shit is apart, and it's rather unbecoming of a cop and a human being. It's supposed to be the opposite of that. Together. Compressed in a small area to achieve a solid level of shit compression. Squeeze your butt cheeks together for 30 minutes. Do something similar with the two hemispheres of your brain. Talk to people. Maybe that'll help. So we're going to attempt to internalize the volumetric shit compressor. Now we got to go do something for 30 minutes. Well, in game. I guess let's go talk to guard again.
Real mature, man. What exactly were you trying to accomplish? You do understand you still owe me money, right?
Alright, I ran away from him when he was talking to me about money.
Damn, your feet thought we got away.
Don't I get something for effort?
You know what? The stupid drinks you've had are on the house. You know why? Because I know you can't pay for them. not because you ran away. Now, I still have to charge you for 3 nights and the broken window. That's 100 square.
So we're cool?
Not entirely cool. You still owe me 100 real. If you don't have it by tonight, I can't let you back up there. Now, what the hell did you want? I assume you wanted something to come back here.
I found the victim's clothes in the trash container out back.
How strange. I certainly didn't put them there.
Maybe you don't remember putting them there. Maybe you were sleepwalking or in a fugue state. Who else has keys to the trash container?
The trash collection service? CS Municipal. I don't see why they would put anything in the trash, though.
Ah, the elusive CS Municipal. I doubt we'll be able to track down who was sent here last and when. This will have to be one of those little threads that solves itself down the road.
On Clinton Street, near the Boogie Street Diamond, a small truck rattles down an alleyway. It stops by a rusted trash container. 2 men, their faces rough and swollen, jump out. They look at the container despondently. CSM is written on their backs.
Thank you anyway.
Could someone on your staff have put them there?
Sylvie had the keys before I got here, and I can vouch for her. I can vouch for all my staff. None of us would tamper with the crime scene.
Let's talk about something else. I need a drink. Can you pour
Do I
that?
have a shaker in my hand? Is this a shaker?
He sounds irritated.
You sound irritated. Why? All I want is a drink.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I wearing a bow tie and doing this? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why?
Because you're not a bartender.
That's right. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What you want is a goddamn drink. How is that so hard to understand?
I want a fucking drink, asshole. You don't understand the seriousness of the situation. I'm an alcoholic. I need my fix. Please make an exception. I got the shakes bad, man. I need my pacifier. Well, we're gonna be a menace, so we're gonna go aggressive with it. I want a fucking drink, asshole.
You're not getting it, asshole.
This is a thoughtful exchange, but can we move on, please?
Fine. Let's see. I've seen something here at the Whirlwind Guard. Something I need to talk about.
Thing?
Okay, actually, I don't want to talk about any of
By
this.
the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
By the way, I'm gonna sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Hell yeah, I didn't like that player.
By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank, and this place sure isn't it.
Do I even have one?
But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere.
Far away?
In time or space?
Both.
That doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money.
I'll live in a dumpster. I don't care. Fuck everything. Hobo cop.
Entertain the thought when you get the time. Maybe being a hobo and a cop has its advantages.
So while I'm researching, -1 to composure, ungainly and rambling. Problem: a cop and a hobo. a hobo cop. Upsides, can be disheveled, doesn't have to wash, carries himself with lurched gusto. Hobo cop doesn't need anyone or anything. No one can kick you out because you don't have a home. Never pay rent again. Never again hear you're drunk. Why did you even come here, Harry? Go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Downsides. Are there any? I mean, seriously, give me one. Hobo cop. I wonder if I could still go back up to my room. They might have locked me out. Oh, I still can. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look awful. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
You're looking at the destruction?
He nods.
This is where the magic happens.
By that you mean crimes against humanity?
I defied bourgeoisie morality in here. Defied it hard.
I have no idea what that means.
The worker is in a deep slumber. Perhaps he's on his way to where you just came from, into the primordial darkness.
Just trying to wake him up.
You gently shake his shoulder. But
I just failed a 72%.
This man could probably sleep soundly in a ship's engine room.
No idea. Looks like he works for Wild Pines, a logistics company who owns and operates the harbor.
But why is he sleeping during the day?
Possibly because there's a strike going on in the harbor. There's not much to do aside from drinking and sleeping.
This Post Levantorie mail collection box has been heavily vandalized with graffito. A closer inspection reveals 2 bullet holes in the front.
Fuck you, mail delivery box.
There is a hollow, saddened ring as you kick the Levantorie mail collection box. It sounds betrayed, in disbelief even. Your toe has suffered damage. It hurts.
Cool. You really showed that mail collection box.
You think so? You think it was cool?
I don't. Let's go.
He must see the box as the weaker of the two.
Oh.
And you as a bully. Something he doesn't stand for.
The mailbox was judging me, though. You know what? We'll put one in perception. So I can try this, so we can try this one again. Because I want to get in there.
Conspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. Because there's a secret door hidden behind the panels of Eternite. That's why they're too orderly. There it is. You see a shabby little door.
What is this then? A tool shed? Let's investigate.
Hell yeah. Secret shit. An empty tube of magnesium supplement. Cured pig's head. It looks mummified. The poster says get out of the way or get fucked up. Money. A silver plate with traces of bone yellow powder.
Be still, my beating heart. It's amphetamine. Sweet amphetamine.
Oh boy.
The lieutenant isn't studying the powder in the mirror. He's studying you.
I've heard amphetamines make you a really good detective. Are you a really good detective?
No. I'm just a regular detective, thank you very much.
Someone has taken narcotics here. Perhaps the police should interfere.
Perhaps not. This is below our pay grade, detective. However, see that ladder there? It's probably another way into the industrial harbor, no? A secret path the local kids use.
Oh, you know. We're going through the cursed electrochemistry run. I made myself look like a fool in front of Kuno. The police force laughed at me. Surprisingly, well, I mean, Kim has been disappointed in me a couple times now, but it seems most of the times I do something, well, you know, alcoholic-like, and he just looks at me and then proceeds to ignore it. And he just seems to not be wanting to talk about it. So, the stream last night, we had quite a couple of scuffed runs at the beginning, because for some reason when I went to go play the game, nothing would work on my keyboard or my gamepad. And then we found out it was because Steam Overlay was fucking with it. After that, though, yes, it went great. And then Hunter's power went out because someone hit a telephone pole. but he came back shortly after that, but by that point we were playing Uno. I sent Dome into the Shadow Realm like 2 or 3 times. There's no way in hell I'm going to fucking actually get this jacket, but you know what? We're gonna try it at least once.
Looks like someone left his tarpaulin cloak hanging on the railing here.
Look, Lieutenant, someone left his cloak
Yes,
behind.
it's probably yours. It bears the RCM insignia, and you have a habit of being careless with your equipment. You could probably make the jump. You look like you've done some track and field in your day.
That is a 3% chance. Fuck it, we ball. Yeah, I failed. Nah, man.
Nope, no. That's still too high. What were you thinking? You're not a gymnast. You're a boxer. And you've climbed way too high up here. You could have died there. Shit. I'm failing you. This wasn't part of our deal.
I got you, Bratan. Let me just adjust your breathing a little bit. There, isn't that better?
God, now I can't breathe at all. Stop doing this to me, Necktie. You were supposed to be a friend.
Hey, what's happening? You okay?
I'm alright, Kev. I just,
It's okay.
I can't breathe.
You're just having a little panic attack. Try to breathe as slowly as you can, alright?
The necktie lets go a little. Its vicious grip easing around your neck. Colors return to the world around you.
Thanks, I think it's working.
Good. We can always come back when you're feeling better. It's just a cloak after all.
Man. Kim's so great. I am honestly surprised with the amount of bullshit he puts up with. Well, Kuno has 0 respect for me because I made myself look like a fool. But we're going to try to talk to him again.
See? It's the fucking war pig! Try not to knock yourself out.
I hate you so much.
You belittled yourself before the Kuno. Now you must seek his forgiveness.
Look, I want to make this right with Kuno. Make amends.
Fucking what pig?
You're a cool dude. Let's just bury the hatchet, okay?
What? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I think he broke his brain when he...
You better come up with a way to make Kuno forget you tried to fucking hit him, piggo.
I don't have anything. What can I offer you?
Please don't waste time on...
The lieutenant does not approve of this.
Don't listen to the blind fuck, Piggo. You're doing the right thing here. Trying to get Kuno to like you. You can pay tribute to Kuno with drugs, or cigarettes, or some wheels. Kuno could use some wheels. Motorized carriage shit.
What are you doing?
Nah, I don't want to get into that. Nah. That just ain't gonna happen, Kuno. I'm not giving you the drugs. I need the drugs. Because I'm a fucking monster.
You see a set of tire tracks in the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic.
Why am I looking at this?
Cop habit. You look at everything.
What kind of vehicle drove through here?
Hard to say. Your vision is blurred and you're having difficulty concentrating thanks to your relentless hangover.
Try and do some visual calculus.
No, these tracks are not interesting at all. Let the street sweeper just sweep them away.
Okay, that ain't happening. Oh, the volumetric shit compressor is almost done. No, let's talk to this dude. Wait. Stop. Between those trucks down there. Smokes. Go get... Oh! We found them. We found cigarettes.
There it is. A brave little army in your pocket. The first Smokes platoon. 20 brave souls standing in salute, ready to step into fire for you, sir. You picked the best one. This soldier is fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up. Re-become yourself.
Oh yes, Bratan! Please light up! You need a trooper between your lips right now! Calm your shit down! Go to Pleasureland! Become a genius!
Fucking horrific necktie, man.
Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercop fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants. With a flick of the thumb, there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go.
Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in.
Warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself. The man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he's chill as balls.
Chill as balls, man.
Volumetric shit compressor. Bizarre scientific news from Revachol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts.
All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. I could see it. I could see it. A couple of Robin Williams characters sound similar.
There he still is, looking right through you with his white eyes. The body below is entirely dedicated to that corpse smell. Emitting it is all it does now. As you breathe in, the odor comes over you. It's a smell of the mind telling you to run, and your stomach to wring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it.
Do they always do that?
They do after 7 days, yes. We are deep in decomposition here.
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and enamel boots. His skin is greenish, marbled with decaying veins, and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. The material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you, out of place somehow. These are clearly not boots. They're armor, possibly part of a larger set.
These aren't just boots, are they? They're armor.
Indeed. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots.
What kind of armor is this exactly?
Ceramic plate. Zirconium dioxide, most likely. This is where the make would be. Under
Where?
the hill. Fair weather. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing that's vitreous enamel. This is advanced stuff.
Nice, nice. I had some Cajun rice. Probably gonna have some like fruit for dessert, probably. What happened to the rest of it?
The locals probably scavenged it. It would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. We should keep a lookout for these species. The armor could yield information. This is one thing he might actually know.
If you wear those pieces, it will help me protect your mortal coil.
Why does my mortal coil need protecting?
Yes, bullets will fly. They always do. And the coil is fleshy and mush and permeable. Cast it in ceramic shell. Resist death. The sabatons dangle off the man's decaying form. Ageless and synthetic.
The material looks out of place here.
It is. It's expensive. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics.
How much are we talking about?
For a full set, about 4 years of wages.
Ka-ching, baby!
Catching, do you mean let's not log them as evidence? Let's steal them?
No, that's not what I meant.
Of course.
How could this man afford such expensive hardware?
For us to find out. My initial report on the area suggests he was a security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay.
Initial report?
Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinez. I'm sure you did the same.
He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful.
These look pretty advanced for a security
I
guard.
agree. This equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford.
A small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. The pry bar in your hand is itching for some action.
It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally, from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. See?
Faint, organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them altogether. Like the scales of some ancient white monster, cracked and pearly. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue. The hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow, hard-edged polyester cuts into his neck. Above, a sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. Oh my, there's something on the belt. A familiar word that speaks to the thirst within you.
What was that? A word?
Vermilion, in yellow letters, along the length of the twisting cargo belt. Only a deep longing for vermilion golden spirits lets you decipher the fading logo of the local brewery.
I should get a drink.
No, you should not get a drink. You should perform an initial inspection of the victim's corpse. We are on the rope part.
Man. What kind of rope is this?
Industrial strength. The kind used for tying cargo to lorries.
Like in a harbor?
Yes, it looks like they use whatever was on hand, paying no attention to not incriminating themselves.
Kim won't let me be cool. He's cramping my style, man. Well, honestly, he's probably protecting me from myself. They sure wanted him to stay there. The polyester seems strong.
It's not merely polyester. It's steel reinforced. See these lines? This is where the wires run. I see rabbits for more than 20 strands. This makes getting him down much more problematic than I had assumed.
How did they even get him up there?
A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around.
Did they climb up using the kid's ladder?
That ladder can't carry a grown man. I didn't see any splintering either, did you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle.
We're assuming dock workers from the harbor
The
did
brief
it.
suggested as much, politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing?
My past has undergone total annihilation. Nothing remains. My mother, the love of my life, certainly not a breather.
Okay, you should ask me for one the first moment we get.
The cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp and torso covered in tattoos.
Inspect the tattoos.
An intricate web of blue lines stretches across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars.
What will mine be marked by?
Alcohol and heartbreak. Your fist clenches suddenly.
It will be riddled with disco.
Decay is creeping on the tattoo. Already, most of the canvas that's holding it has darkened. Now, it disintegrates slowly, letting out a stink.
Is this a map of the night sky?
A map of the stars. I do see some similarity to astronomical charts. Great century Messinian, maybe. But this seems more particular. Customized somehow.
As if someone left out most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates, and you feel as though you were only half right.
I'm missing something here.
So am I.
He takes a thin piece of milled aluminium from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera.
Shit, Kuno! What the fuck is that?
An instant color camera. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one.
A sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of a small ampoule of glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper.
In case we need it.
Cool machine.
Yes, it is pretty cool, isn't it?
What do we need the photo for?
It contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say this was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It is his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around.
Can I have it?
Sure. Just don't lose it.
The glossy-eyed corpse looks by, his mouth mute and his skin as colorful as the chemical rainbow on the photo paper. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There is no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin has passed. What remains is an unrecognizable mess.
Tell me who you are, dead man.
I'm gone.
Can see you're gone, but who are you?
I'm a joke. Look at me.
You are now, but who were you when you were alive?
A killer. A motherfucker. And a killer.
Takes one to know one.
I have another question for you.
Go ahead, Coppo.
Where have you gone?
Into the wild pale yonder.
Where is that?
In the past. Way out in the west.
What is happening?
What do you mean?
I'm talking to you.
It's the power of your imagination.
Yeah, man! Don't be crazy! Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination is doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much.
Seems legit.
He loves those.
Why do I love questions so much?
Because you're a copperoonie. Look at all of them go. Do you want more questions?
Give me a comical amount of questions.
Right up, copperoonie, Rooney. This is getting upbeat now.
Is my name Rooney?
Fuck no. You're no Rooney.
Rooney is obviously not who I am.
Between you and me, your name is probably Harry.
I feel like I've been getting a lot of Harry lately.
You might be onto something there.
Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible?
Because you have.
Who killed you?
Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along.
Can you ask me a question?
Sure, Lobo. I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this?
What?
Looking at my face, motionless. Looking into my eyes. Standing here. Why are you investigating my murder?
Maybe this will lead to something. Something indescribable. Unforeseen. Miraculous?
Something is on its way. Something hidden. It's coming. A miracle from the northwest and it's almost here. You can feel it in the air, on your hands, the cold spring air smoothing them over.
I hate you. You stink and you're boring.
Do I remind you of someone?
A baby affected with harlequinism?
You sure wriggled out of that one. Coppolini.
Enough.
Come back later, Corpo. Amuse yourself with my frank manners and my memento mori features. If possible, also, see me in your dreams.
As you narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck, just above the noose. The rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. The cadaver slowly twists on the cargo belt, his torso covered in tattoos, and extremities blotched pink and blue.
So how do we get him down?
Finish the preliminary examination of the cadaver. We might miss some of these things once he's done.
We've been thorough.
The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle of approach to the belt. The cadaver is a good 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance. And even if we do, there's the question of cutting it.
Can't someone else do it?
Someone else? You mean like the police?
I mean someone who's below detective.
Someone like a paid garbage man? Or a cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. I know it's hard, but I assure you, the others won't come to help us. And we have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get him down, fast.
Maybe we could shoot him down.
Yeah! Bang bang time, pig! Shoot his head off!
How?
Just shoot the belt. The bullet will break it.
Absolutely will not, officer. That's not how physics work. It will maybe cut one thread loose.
Yeah, now we're talking. Entertain a Kuno with some shit.
They'll miss! The pigs will miss Kuno!
Later, Brandon. Dr. Charlotte, what's the worst that could
I'll
happen?
blow his head off.
Take it! Take the shot!
Yeah, take the shot. Kuno wants some of that shit.
Silence. With his elbow sharp, the lieutenant unzips his jacket and produces a lightweight firearm. He drops a paper cartridge in the barrel, separates the scouring stick, and gives the cartridge 5 tucks. He then steps back and assumes the fellow's position.
Kim, you seem to be facing the wrong way.
The corner of his eye twitches. His finger is on the trigger.
Easy does it, partner.
The kid's voice is drowned in a shrill blast that echoes off the walls of the surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts in the air as...
God damn it.
He feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly. Just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him.
Fucking idiot! Mookaba asshole!
Kuno could have hit it easy, but then Kuno's not fucking handicapped, is he?
Try again, baby.
We are lucky as it is. We didn't break anything, and the victim remains uncompromised. Any more mistakes could put us in an unfortunate position with the locals. We have eyes on us. I didn't do us any favors with that.
Well, now.
I have to say, it's beginning to look unlikely we can get him down without assistance.
Can I have the gun? I should try.
As bad as it is, us shooting firearms like punks. Go ahead. I'm not stopping you.
They only have...
This is the sorriest pair of pigs Kuno's ever...
Yeah, take it, you fucking banana pointer. Take it and shoot yourself in the mouth.
The cold piece of bakelite and gunmetal is surprisingly light. Your fingers fit right through the guard, instinctively resting on the trigger.
The fuck are you waiting for, Kuno? Tell him to shoot himself in the mouth.
Kuno is silent. Aggression gathers in the air. The trigger feels delicate and ready to break under your finger. The buckle comes into focus in your sights. You stand with your feet planted firmly in the ground and your left hand supporting your gun arm.
Why don't you just shoot yourself in your mouth? At least you won't miss. Do it! Set me free!
You feel as though it would be dangerous to set this creature free to roam about the cosmos.
Don't.
Do it!
No, I'm gonna fail that. I've already embarrassed myself enough.
Intense shit, copper.
Fucker waved his gun. It wasn't intense, it was pathetic.
Fuck it.
A plume of smoke erupts from the barrel. You missed the belt, but hit the corpse straight in the chest. Bits of ribcage.
Oh my god, he's gonna fucking cry. I knew it. What a mulko.
I agree. Police work is overrated. It is trying and stressful. However, it is still our job.
It's not the gun's fault you can't shoot.
Pigs don't have hands. They have, like, fucking...
Kuno has hands. Kuno can shoot that shit down for you.
Preposterous. We're not giving you the good, kid.
What are you, a fucking...
We still need to get him down, somehow. The bad way. The way I didn't want us to. By asking the harbor for help. They have the tools and the men. If they put him up there, they can take him down too.
How do we get inside the
From
harbor?
The gates. By negotiating or fighting. Or we can try the secret route we found, where your cloak is.
To the gates. Let's fight, I say.
Well, that was a bunch of tragic fails. But I think that is all for tonight. Those shit kids are the fucking worst, man. They're the absolute worst. I'm going to sign off for the night. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your evening and or day, depending on where you're at. Let's take a look and see if there's anybody I can raid. Well, looks like Perry's doing Baldur's Gate again, so let's go ahead and send you over that way.